If you rent water dispensers to end customers or work in water treatment in any way, are you ready to handle the major changes that will come in the next 5 years? What am I talking about? Well, let's take a step back. By now you know that, let's say if you rent water dispensers to end customers, you know all the work that goes on behind a rental contract. So first you do the site inspection, then you start the rental contract, and then comes everything related to support and all the after-sales service. Let's call it that. So replacing the filters, the carbon dioxide cylinders, any repairs, and so on and so forth. Now, from here over the next 5 years, if you don't have water dispensers that help you optimize these, let's say, post-contract actions, you really risk losing something you'll never be able to recover, because you'll definitely lose time, you'll definitely lose profit margins, because costs will go up. Now you might ask, Fabio, what are you talking about? I'm talking about everything related to artificial intelligence connected to water dispensers, because it is expected that within the next 3 to 5 years, water dispensers will likely need to be equipped with every type of advanced artificial intelligence system that can genuinely help technicians to accurately predict and effectively prevent any possible malfunctions or issues in the water dispensers themselves. Furthermore, these intelligent systems will also be required to automatically schedule, organize, and plan all routine and regular maintenance actions and procedures. So, replacing the cylinder, replacing the filter, changing the filter, sanitizing, and so on and so forth. Now, these days you find the term artificial intelligence practically everywhere, right? But here we're not talking about science fiction or weird things. Artificial intelligence applied to water dispensers is simply something that helps you optimize, helps you make more efficient all those processes that today are manual or maybe already happen through software but still require a lot of human intervention. So we're not talking about strange software or artificial intelligences that don't exist yet. Let's look at why it's important to have water dispensers that are compatible with this new trend, which is now becoming part of our lives and the lives of end users who will be the ones to ask for water dispensers that are integrated with everything related to artificial intelligence and smart management. And this is because other products in different categories are moving in that direction, so they obviously influence water dispensers as well. Now let's very briefly look at the main areas, the key points where artificial intelligence will impact companies and businesses whose purpose is to rent water dispensers to end customers. The first factor that will be affected is most certainly maintenance. But it won't be regular maintenance, it will be predictive maintenance. So artificial intelligence will help you predict when your technicians or you will need to intervene on a dispenser. So it's all about prevention, about staying ahead of the game, not playing defense. Now, maybe the customer needs a filter replacement, so what happens now? Maybe the dispenser stops working, and once it does, the customer calls you and you intervene. Some smarter systems might give you a warning in advance, which is good, but the customer doesn't always notice it. Anyway, when there's a filter warning today, what happens? It's the customer who notices it. So the action of changing and replacing the filter, the input still comes from the end customer, from your clients. This isn't good. Artificial intelligence will help you streamline this process because it will autonomously tell you, hey, look, that customer's filter is about to run out. They still have X liters left or X amount of time. Okay? So you know in advance, you don't wait for the customer to act, you act before the customer does. Obviously, the image you present to your customer at this level is far more professional because you intervene before the problem arises, so you prevent it, and there's nothing better than that. And besides, it's not the end customer's job to remind you when maintenance needs to be done. That's your job. The end customer just wants to press a button and drink pure water. The second area where artificial intelligence will work together with water dispensers is in energy saving and energy efficiency. Why? Because an artificial intelligence system connected to the water dispenser is able to understand the dispenser's behavior and adjust its activity or inactivity depending on, well, the period, which could be, let's say, how many people are using it, depending on the time of day. For example, a restaurant is obviously closed at night, so it might be pointless for the water dispenser to keep running, to keep maybe spinning the internal agitator at normal speed. That speed could be reduced. If there are any displays, for example, they could go into standby mode and so on. If there are any lights, for example, they could go into standby mode and so on. So, energy efficiency which we know is an increasingly popular topic and will soon become a key criterion for purchasing or even renting a water dispenser, is definitely one of the areas where artificial intelligence will have an extremely important impact. Another critical point, water quality. Think about it. Artificial intelligence systems will be able to constantly monitor the parameters of the incoming water, the dispenser itself, and the parameters of the outgoing water. So by using an algorithm to understand the quality of the water, is the dispenser working properly? Yes or no? Well, this artificial intelligence algorithm will be able to tell both you, who install and rent them, your technicians of course, and also the end customer. It will be able to see in real time how the water enters the dispenser and how it comes out, always ensuring that you are drinking pure water and having the certainty that the dispenser is actually working as it should. So this will be another area where you can definitely gain a lot of significant advantage in this context, once these technologies are also applied to water quality. Okay, so now that you've seen this general overview, think about how much quality and above all, quantity of data even a single water dispenser can communicate to you every time you install one. Think about how many checks, how many parameters you can monitor. Now you understand that this is something extremely important, and even today, obviously you don't have to change everything you're doing, but you should open your mind and try to understand whether the water dispensers you currently have in your portfolio are at least ready to accommodate technologies related to the whole smart world, the world of telemetry, the world of artificial intelligence. So if you have water dispensers in your range that are already well equipped, then you're one step ahead. But if you notice that your water dispensers are, let's say, a bit old-fashioned, a bit outdated, then it definitely makes sense to update this perspective while you still have time. If you don't do it, obviously there's only one possible scenario. You'll fall behind and your water dispensers will become obsolete. And do you know what happens to obsolete products? They're no longer considered by customers. And if customers no longer consider them, you'll automatically lose interest, you'll lose relevance, and as a result, your business could seriously decline over something that, in the end, you could have anticipated. Just by watching this video, you can already start looking for water dispensers that are a bit smarter, a bit more advanced. That way, when the time comes, you'll be ready. If you found this video helpful, then click the subscribe button on the Onnwater channel and the bell icon so you'll stay updated and receive notifications every time a new video comes out.